What's up, YouTube? This is Big Mike, and I just found out about this trade, man, and I'm shocked because basically, Thunder just got away with one of the greatest steals. I mean, they got away with grand larceny with this trade. God damn! I mean, they basically got Paul George in exchange for a dirty pair of gym socks and an old goddamn sticky goddamn Playboy magazine or some shit, man. I mean, this is wow, man. You know, and I also see this trade as sort of like basically like sort of a diss, I guess. Not diss, but what would I say? Sort of like, you know, basically I'm just going to say a fuck you to LeBron James and Cleveland Cavaliers, because Paul George is one of those players that have been heavily recruited by so many different people. And it was rumored a couple of days ago that the Cleveland Cavaliers were very interested in acquiring Paul George, and then you see the Pacers trade him. They trade Paul George for a moon rock. Oh shit, man. Oh man. But anyway, Paul George. Okay. Last year for the Pacers, he averaged 24 points, 6.5 rebounds, a little over 3 assists, 1.5 steals, shot 46% from the floor, and 39% from three-point range. So you got a guy that's very good, to say the least. And OKC, this is just a win situation for them. With Russell Westbrook having one of the most historic seasons ever last year for OKC, 31.6 points, 10.7 rebounds, 10.4 assists. Only the second man ever to achieve a triple-double for the season. 42 triple-doubles during the regular season. I think he had 3 of them during the playoffs. So, next year, Russell Westbrook no longer has to feel like he has to show what he's capable of. And he's going to be more or less the Russell Westbrook we've seen in prior seasons. Though I think that he is a more controlled player now as he's getting older. I think we'll probably see a cut down in his turnovers because his usage rating will go down. He's not going to have the ball in his hands quite as much as he did this past season. For some reason, Russell Westbrook's turnovers are counted like goddamn collateral by his haters. But James Harden's turnovers and other players' turnovers, it doesn't matter if he had 9 turnovers, you know what I mean? The team won, even though Houston only won 8 more games than OKC despite having so much more offensive weapons last year. But that's a whole nother video to go to. But let's see. They went 47-35 this past season, made it to the playoffs, lost to Houston Rockets the first round of the playoffs. So you got to figure with Paul George in the mix, I think it'll take a while. Usually with these type of things, there's some type of adjustment period. Not always, but usually there's probably some type of adjustment. And ultimately, though, I think this is going to work very well for OKC. I see them probably winning somewhere between 55 to 60 games. I don't really pay that much attention to the regular season as I used to when I was a child. The regular season and a teenager, the regular season is important, you know, but it doesn't matter if you finish 63-19 if your team pushed themselves to a first seed, but they're beaten down and tired and and out of energy and don't have the chemistry and the right mix going into the playoffs. I think finishing somewhere between third and up is good if you're like a championship caliber team, preferably second and up. But when you're a great team, a championship team, the seed it's not that important, man. It's more or less how you're playing going into the playoffs. And I think with OKC, it's going to depend on how they're playing in late March going into April. That's going to be important for this club, in my opinion. Are they a championship contending team? Of course not. Are they an improved team? Barring injury, they should be. They didn't give up anything. I mean, all they gave up is a used condom and some chewed up bubble gum for them. So, I mean, it's not like they lost a lot. They've gained. So I'm pretty sure OKC is going to acquire some other people between now and the beginning of next season, some bench players. So I'm telling you something, guys. I'm starting to really get back into the NBA. Even though I don't like the way that the game is played, I prefer the way that basketball is played in the 80s and most of the 1990s. But one thing I will say about this era, when it comes to entertainment as far as social media and being entertained by these guys off the court and some of the things these guys be saying, like the storylines and the beefs and all that, it's hilarious. Now, that aspect of basketball, I will concede, I think this is the greatest era ever for that, okay? But that's it. Tell me what you guys think about this trade, man. Do you think that OKC will make it out of the first round? Do you think Russell will average a triple-double? I doubt it now, but it's not important. Tell me what you guys think about this trade, though. Just tell me what you think.